Welcome back. The BDF General Command has announced that all its armed forces and units are at the highest levels of readiness and full defensive preparedness. The General Command expressed pride in the advanced combat readiness and high vigilance demonstrated by its personnel in carrying out their national duties to defend the kingdom and safeguard its achievements. It urged the public to exercise caution regarding any unfamiliar or suspicious objects resulting from the Iranian hostile attacks, and to avoid approaching or handling them. The General Command affirmed that personnel of the Royal Field Engineering Units remain fully prepared to safely deal with such objects, ensuring the safety of all citizens and residents.
إن الأداء المشرف الذي يسطره رجال قوى الدفاع البحرين يبعث على طمأنينة وثقة راسخة بأن سماء ومياه وأراضي مملكة البحرين مصونة بعون الله. إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم.
The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, chaired the 125th meeting of the Financial and Economic Cooperation Committee of the Gulf Cooperation Council States, held via video conference as part of Bahrain's presidency of the 46th GCC session. The meeting focused on enhancing financial and economic cooperation between member states. The minister said Bahrain, under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and with the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, remains committed to strengthening Gulf cooperation and building on shared development achievements to meet the aspirations of GCC leaders. The finance minister thanked Kuwait for its efforts during its previous GCC presidency and also expressed appreciation to the GCC Secretary General Jassim Al-Bdawi and the General Secretariat team for preparing the meeting. He said GCC countries had faced unprecedented missile and drone attacks linked to Iranian aggression, targeting residential areas, civilian infrastructure and energy facilities, desalination plants, ports, fuel storage sites, airports, hotels and universities. He described the attacks as a serious violation of international law and a threat to regional and global security. The minister added that disruptions to shipping in the Strait of Hormuz had highlighted the importance of international cooperation to protect maritime routes and global trade. He noted that more than 20% of global oil and liquefied natural gas supplies pass through the Strait of Hormuz, along with over 27% of global aluminium exports and more than 30% of fertilizers exports. The minister said the attacks had negatively affected GCC economies, but stressed that close cooperation between GCC states had helped limit the impact and strengthen resilience, underlining the need for deeper regional integration. He also commended Saudi Arabia for supporting GCC countries by opening its airports and airspace and by easing customs and transport procedures to speed up the movement of essential goods across the region. The minister welcomed the currency swap agreement signed between the Central Bank of Bahrain and the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates, describing it as an important step towards strengthening the financial cooperation and widening the use of local currencies in bilateral trade. The minister expressed confidence that the meeting's decisions would support Gulf economic integration and strengthen the joint GCC action in a manner that serves the interests of the GCC citizens and supports the region's security, stability and prosperity. The meeting also reviewed several agenda items, including measures undertaken in response to current developments, progress in GCC free trade agreements, negotiations, updates on economic unity efforts, the GCC payments linkage system, follow-up on committee decisions, and other shared economic and development matters. The Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, chaired the 9th meeting of the Permanent Preparatory Committee at the ministerial level of the GCC Economic and Development Affairs Authority, held virtually as part of Bahrain's presidency of the 46th session of the GCC. He emphasized Bahrain's commitment under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to advancing economic integration and accelerating joint strategic projects in support of the resilience and growth of GCC economies. The meeting discussed means to strengthen economic integration among GCC countries. The minister highlighted the importance of enhancing coordination and joint Gulf action amid regional and international developments, noting that the Iranian attacks targeting vital facilities and threatening maritime routes and global supply chains constitute a violation of international law and a threat to regional and international stability. He said coordination among the GCC countries and the close cooperation between member states contributed to limiting the economic repercussions of these developments and underscored the importance of strengthening Gulf economic integration and joint action to support regional security and global economic stability. The minister also underscored the importance of accelerating the implementation of joint GCC projects, including the Gulf Railway Project, electricity and water interconnection projects, oil and gas pipeline projects, and proposals related to GCC strategic reserves. He expressed hope that the meeting's outcomes would support the broader Gulf economic integration and contribute to development, prosperity, and stability across the GCC countries. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, attended the local European Union presidency meeting hosted by the Embassy of Cyprus in Bahrain as part of Cyprus's presidency of the Council of the EU. The minister delivered the keynote address affirming that Bahrain, under the leadership of His Majesty the King and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, continues to advance its development programs and strengthen its economic and strategic partnerships. He said the kingdom remains committed to implementing ambitious plans to develop infrastructure, enhance competitiveness, and attract high-quality investments, reinforcing international confidence in the kingdom's economic environment. The minister emphasized that Bahrain continues to implement comprehensive development plans that strengthen its position as a regional hub for transportation, telecommunications, logistics, and the digital economy. He highlighted the kingdom's success in attracting international companies to establish regional operations at Bahrain International Airport alongside continued port development and expanded logistics capabilities to enhance Bahrain's role as a regional and trade and hub transport. He emphasized also the review to develop the land transport sector through public transport projects, road network expansion, and the adoption of clean energy technologies and smart solutions to support a sustainable and efficient transport system. He also highlighted the support for regional connectivity projects, particularly the Gulf Cooperation Council Railway Project, to strengthen the economic integration and regional trade and transport. The minister added that Bahrain continues to invest in digital infrastructure and advanced telecommunication networks to support the digital economy, innovation, and entrepreneurship, while strengthening its position as a regional hub for digital connectivity and international communications through support for modern technologies, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. The ambassador of Cyprus to Bahrain, Andreas Eliadis, commended the long-standing relations between Bahrain and the EU countries and emphasized the importance of strengthening cooperation in transportation, telecommunications, logistics, the digital economy, and sustainability, highlighting Bahrain's advanced investment environment and strategic location. The Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority has launched the new We Are With You campaign aimed at reinforcing the kingdom's position as a preferred GCC tourism destination. Chief Executive Officer of the Bahrain Tourism and Exhibitions Authority, Sarah Ahmed Bouhiji, said that the initiative reflects the Bahrain Tourism and Exhibition Authority's continued efforts to strengthen Bahrain's position as a preferred destination for GCC families and other visitors by offering an integrated tourism experience that brings together entertainment, culture, sports, shopping, dining, and family activities. She explained that the campaign focuses on highlighting Bahrain as a destination that is easy to reach and rich in experiences, making the kingdom an ideal choice for weekend getaways and short holidays. The President of Pakistan, Asif Zardari, awarded Bahrain's Ambassador Muhammad Abdul Qadir the Star of Pakistan in recognition of his distinguished efforts and long-standing contribution to strengthening the fraternal relations and bilateral cooperation between the two countries. The award ceremony held at the Presidential Palace in Islamabad was attended by a number of ministers, members of parliament, and senior military and civilian figures. Honorary awards were also presented to several senior Pakistani military and civilian officials. The Star of Pakistan is one of the highest civilian awards in Pakistan, and this honor reflects the high standing of Bahraini-Pakistani relations across all fields in pursuit of the shared interests of both countries. The Nasser Center for Science and Technology continues to strengthen its role as a key driver of innovation by developing smart digital projects that enhance institutional efficiency and improve the readiness of various sectors to adapt to fast-changing developments. As ambitions for developments grow alongside the demands of reality, attention is turning towards how these technologies can be utilized in manner and ways that transform potential into tangible impact, further advancing progress in the field of artificial intelligence. These efforts are being driven through innovations based on AI technologies and data analysis, supporting faster response times and more accurate decision-making under different circumstances. The center is focused on developing a range of digital solutions built on precise standards to ensure quality outcomes and sustainable performance, reinforcing the importance of modern technologies and their role in supporting future work environment. These projects underscore that investment in digital innovation is no longer an option but a strategic direction that contributes to building a more advanced system capable of keeping pace with the rhythm of the smart era. As part of the government's ongoing efforts to develop services and enhance institutional performance, Bahrain continues to implement its digital transformation plans and streamline the procedures in line with the directives of His Majesty the King. More details in this report.
As part of Bahrain's ongoing efforts to enhance government services and improve efficiency, 59 services across 14 government entities were developed between the 15th of January and the 14th of May 2026, in line with the Kingdom's digital transformation strategy and efforts to simplify procedures, reflecting the visions of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the government's continued follow-up headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. Among the most notable developments were improvements to employment procedures at the Ministry of Labor, the digital transformation of housing services, the reduction of processing times for a number of services at the University of Bahrain and the Ministry of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf, and the introduction of a fast-track process for managing road contractors at the Ministry of Works. These developments have contributed to the full electronic transformation of services while reducing completion times, required steps, and documentation, further enhancing the quality of government services and institutional efficiency. The latest measures reflect the government's continued commitment to adopting smart solutions and advancing the government work environment, helping improve the experience of beneficiaries, strengthen the kingdom's competitiveness, and reinforce Bahrain's position as a regional model in efficient services and digital transformation.